The fact that Nigeria will not be competing internationally in the world of basketball for D Tigers and D Tigers has not stopped Nigeria from having grassroots basketball development, I beg your pardon, to at least let that sport develop in Nigeria. Basketball needs to triumph and needs to move forward, and that's why the under-18 basketball champion that ought to come up in June has been postponed till July 27 by the IMC, Interim Management Committee set up by the Federal Ministry of Youth and Sport to oversee to the affairs of basketball development in Nigeria. Right now, they have to change that because they want to put in place proper arrangement for this particular competition to come out across the 6 geopolitical zones of Nigeria. Welcome you on the show, 360 Sport on Trust TV. I am Adeni Ajishafe. Joining me this evening is Olawale Peters. Good to have you.
Good evening, Adeni. It's a pleasure to be back to the studio.
Yes, the under-16 basketball competition will be coming up. It's supposed to start this June, but now it has been shifted till July 27 by the IMC, set up by the Federal Ministry of Youth and Sport. The IMC has saying, well, this will allow them to be able to put in place proper arrangement for this competition, because it's going to go around the 6 geopolitical zones, where after that, they'll come to Abuja for the finals that will be coming up in August. And after that, they'll pick all the best players and also the coaches to put them together in camp to at least attend a coaching clinic and also basketball clinic for us to have a proper under-18 pool of players and also coaches.
Are you part of the committee?
That's what they actually put out.
It's a very fantastic one. Because the way you put it now, it's very, very simple. But I hope when it comes to implementation, they don't make it look at something that is not doable, or they will allow politics to come in. Now, the purpose of them shifting it is to enable them have proper planning, because taking the competition to all the 6 geopolitical zones, we need time, money, and resources and planning. Then also they have to come to Abuja to play the final and the camping also. I hope they have a strategy document on what they need to do at every point in time to achieve it, and not that at in the middle of the process something else will trigger it. Probably they will lift the ban on the NBBF, and the new management will come in and say, no, whatever the interim management committee are doing, we are not buying into it, and everything will go back to square one. This shouldn't be the case. This should be a document approved, and that should be implemented irrespective of what will happen in the next 1, 2, or 3 months. It's good to see something like Milo Championship coming up again. We want to start developing the game of basketball from the grassroots, from the domestic league, and this is the best way to go about it. A very good development. When it comes to planning, sincerely, we are the best in the world. But when it comes to implementation and sustaining that implementation, that is where I think we have a problem. But let's give them the benefit of the doubt this time around. We're going to get it. We've gotten it right, but we're going to do it right. A very good development. A good development, and we hope that, as you mentioned, sustainability is the key, implementation is the key. Now, aside that, we noticed that, okay, when it comes to domestic league, the women league, the men's league, and everything, now maybe this, at least they want to use this under-18 to be able to draw a pool of players from different zones in Nigeria for male and female, where, okay, we have set of players that can play under-18. We have players that in the next 2-3 years, they can play the seniors, and that's why they're actually organizing this, and it will go a long way if we can implement and sustain such, because if in the next 2 years, our senior national team for men and women will not be playing any international competition, according to what is on ground. That means we need to develop some set of players, because in the next 2 years, these ones will be, some of them will face out. We need new ones. But I'm looking at, in the next 2 years, we don't know what's going to happen in the next 1 year now, by 2023. What if, I don't know, anything can happen, anything can change? Does it mean we are going to, it means, I'm sure you understand what I'm trying to say. We don't know what's going to happen. That's actually my fear and my problem, because they will have spent a lot of money, our money,
implementing the report or the plan of the
process
IMC.
And everything, and 6 months, 1 year down the line, when they try to resolve whatever issue they are having now and they call them back, they will look at it as, no,
we don't want this.
We don't want this. This is what we want. I think that needs to be looked into by the Federal Ministry of Sport before they'll start financing this project, because this is a very laudable project. This is about succession planning. This is about the people that will succeed wherever we have in the next 4-5 years.
Yes.
This is all about, having a stiff competition. Let them know that this is not automatic for them. They have the younger ones that are looking up to them and are ready to take up their position. A very good one, but you should just be careful about the implementation and sustainability. It shouldn't be a fantastic policy on paper, but when it comes to let's implement it practically, we'll start having issues. Nothing stops us from doing this. Not only in basketball, we should do the same thing in all sport activities. We should do the same thing. I think it's a very good template, and if it succeeds, I think it should be replicated
in all the sports
we have in the country.
Be it in badminton, volleyball, handball. If you have
Boxing,
this under 18,
table tennis.
You can make it a national competition where we have national under 18 handball, national under 18 volleyball, national under 18 badminton, table tennis, athlete, every sport, just like you mentioned.
Yeah,
we have enough set of athletes that can represent Nigeria in any sport that we so wish to compete in. Well, we just hope that everything will go well with Nigerian sport. Hopefully, this will see the light of the day as they are trying to see to this plan by IMC. They said they will be notifying all the states for them to get ready for this particular under 18 that have been shifted from June to July. And hopefully, the camping, the coaching clinic for the coach and also the athletes or the basketball players that will be picked, the best ones from each zone, they'll be able to come together to form a very good team for Nigeria. Well, we hope everything goes well from the IMC table there. Now we move away from basketball, the dunk and slam sport. It has been a sport that a lot of Nigerians really love when it comes to sporting activities across the globe. Basketball, one of the forces to be reckoned with in Nigerian sport. Now, we leave basketball aside. Let's talk about an issue that has been moving around. It's been generating a lot of views here and there because of the fact that it involved a player or two players. Laliga, they actually drags PSG, Manchester City to UEFA over Mbappe contract for potential FFP breach. That is financial fair play rule. Well, a lot of people are saying, is there still the FFP rule? Is it still working? Is it because they couldn't sign Mbappe or Erling Haaland? But the man for Real Madrid, Florentino Perez, was saying, well, even if they have signed Haaland, Haaland will not make the top 9. According to him. Then La Liga president actually is not happy for the fact that Mbappe was nearly or almost signing for Real Madrid before PSG made him to stay. Although that phone call from the president, Macron, also playing a lot of politics that has to do with this particular issue, really is a big issue because right now that they have involved UEFA actually called the shot. And now the same shot they are calling is coming to bite most of the clubs. That's just it.
Okay, it's good to see the Madrid and
Barcelona and La Liga
willing this time around. Let me use that word. Okay, where was the FFP when Madrid had Galacticos?
When they assign all the big players
all the
from
big
other
players
clubs.
from other clubs, just to make them useless so that they can continue winning.
Where were they when Chelsea bought almost all the players?
The same Barcelona complaining now. In 2017, they sold Neymar to same PSG. They are reporting
million.
222 million pounds. This same Barcelona, they bought Dembele from Borussia Dortmund, 164 million pounds. Philippe Coutinho from from Liverpool, 114 million pounds. So is it that because the table is turning, that is why they are now talking about...
They are crying foul.
Though some people believe that the FFP, the rules were designed to protect the rich and disenfranchise
the small
teams. No doubt about that. And that is the reason why, come next year, they are changing the rule again. And the reason why they brought about this FFP in 2010 was in 2009, there was a report from Deloitte that among all the 655 clubs in the whole Europe, 60% of them, they are in loss. They are struggling to survive. So what do we need to do? We need to come into play to assist them that you should not spend more than what you are heading. This year, 2022, Manchester City, they made the highest revenue in whole Europe, 644 million pounds. So is it that they don't have money to do that? So I understand Madrid and Barcelona. Right now, they don't have Ronaldo, they don't have Messi. So the focus will not be in La Liga if they couldn't attract the best players. All of us, we are already anticipating that we'll see the same competition that we saw between Messi and Ronaldo in Haaland and Mbappe.
It didn't happen.
But that didn't happen again because they couldn't compete. That's the truth. But the people that have the money to do it now, it shouldn't be what you are doing to people when they do it to you. Yeah, now start complaining that you want to take them. Yes, they have the right to express their opinion. They will go, they will make their complaint. The UEFA will look into it. This happened also to City, I think about 2 or 3 years ago, which they banned them for 2 years before they went to the court of arbitration. And he said, no, they've not done anything wrong concerning this. So they shouldn't be crying foul. That's the way I look at it. I don't think they've done anything really, really, really wrong. Some people believe that they are injecting their personal money into the team. Some believe that they are using the sponsorship to bring in money through the buyback. How did they know they are doing that if they have not done it before? If they haven't done it before, how do you know that that is what they are doing? Because we're all surprised to hear all this allegation, as far as I call it. So I think they should just...
If Mbappe had moved to Madrid, probably they have come up with this.
If Mbappe had moved to Madrid and Haaland to Barcelona,
they wouldn't have come up with this.
So it's like it's...
After all, they wanted the 2 hottest players to come to their league so that La Liga can be at least... You know, if you notice something, for a very long time, Real Madrid, Barcelona have been among the topmost clubs when it comes to either you look at wealth, revenue, and also performance, cup winning and all that. They know that's where the money comes from, the TV rights and also the revenue they make from winning. Look at UEFA Champions League that Real Madrid won. A huge amount of money is there for them. And that La Liga will actually get some cut too because it's from their league they actually originated from. Now all this put together, La Liga, they've forgotten all these years when Zinedine Zidane, Ronaldo, De Lima,
Roberto
Carlos, all of them were in. And then you look at Barcelona, you have, Iniesta, Xavi, Messi,
Ronaldinho,
all of them, Ronaldinho, Eto'o. They've forgotten all that. No. And when it comes to the years of the Netherlands, Dutch players, when you think of, Wesley Sneijder, this particular player, Broncos, all of them were there.
And it's good for us to remind them that this has happened before. So that's the truth of the matter. I understand when you are in severe pain over an issue that they are like...
put Nigeria English,
severe pain. So I understand when they are in severe pain.
Seriously.
Especially
Barcelona.
The Barcelona, they really need the money. I think what they need to do is they have to go and borrow a template from Manchester United. This year, Manchester United happens to be the 5th best team in terms of revenue, despite not winning anything. Averagely, on all their own matches, they have over 73,000 supporters going to the club to watch all their matches.
Money is coming in.
So money is coming in. So you have other avenue to make money. They've not won anything significantly for the past how many years, but they are making money. They are the 5th best team in terms of revenue. Even Arsenal, that we are looking at that, they are still the small boy.
Yeah, even Tottenham, all of them, they are
Aston Villa, West Ham, Wolves United. We have about 11 Premier League teams from the top 20. From the top 10, we have 5. We have Manchester City taking the 1st position. We have Liverpool, 5th position. We have Chelsea, 6th position. We have Tottenham also there. So I think they need to just borrow. What are they doing? What are they doing that is attracting sponsorship, that is attracting viewership to go to the Premier League? Not about buying player. I understand them, but I think this is not something that
they should be dragging to going to UEFA.
Unless they want to get Lewandowski. So that also should be able to...
But before they can even get Lewandowski, they have to sell players. They don't have the cash to pull
Dembele is going because part of what is really paining them, they wanted to sell Dembele last season. But the guy refused to go. But now it's going on free transfer.
They're at loss.
At loss. Look at Philippe Coutinho also. They bought him about 140-something million pounds. How much are they selling him to Aston Villa? So they're in financial disaster. That is the truth.
To the extent that right now, I saw a particular report that Barcelona wouldn't mind if their fans want to have a wedding, they can use
Their stadium.
they can use the stadium so that they can generate some fun. Somebody was like, has he got into
They
that?
should be very careful before
we know what happened at Stadium.
You know, they be doing crusade.
So by the time they begin to use the place for, if you want to have a wedding, they said the fans, they can at least have a wedding like how many times before the month ends. Somebody was like, I hope Mbappe Stadium is not telling them what will happen to that stadium. By the time they lose 3, 4, 5 matches because the players are not having free flow of football, they will know that.
I think what Barcelona needs to do, the board and the management, what they need to do is they have to go back to the days when they normally have a lot of people from the academy coming into their main.
But they still have the La Masia. It's still there.
But it's not like before. They don't have the kind of player that they use.
They have the pool of players.
Like Messi, Iniesta, Xavi, they all came from them. Fabregas, we have a lot of them. And that is one good thing that Borussia Dortmund they are doing right now.
And even the German league, the entire German league, if you check, by the time they post at the end of the year, you look at German Bundesliga has been, in fact, the healthiest league. Yeah. The depth is minimal compared
very
to
minimal.
All the other guys that we are talking about. Laliga, Syria. Syria is like one of the baba of debt owners, kind of. But if you look at German Bundesliga, they've been able to manage their fund, buying, selling. They make sure. I was reading something from Muller. Thomas Muller says that in Germany they were taught not to have one star. Everybody is a star, no star player. That's why you look into German league, you can't pick a player that, oh, this is the outstanding player. Meanwhile, everybody on their shirt, you see 4 stars, meaning that all of them are stars. And I bought a cue from that. Only if Super Eagles can actually get this. Only if other clubs or other teams or leagues can actually get this. Okay, all of you are very important.
Yeah, it's all about the mentality. That's the truth. You know, an individual mentality in a team is the whole team mentality. So that is what is happening in the Bundesliga. None of them believe that they are star on their own. That is why when someone is coming out from Bundesliga, either Bayern Munich or Borussia Dortmund, you see the amount of money they're going to sell the player because they know the value the player. Yes, and there's no flop player that have left Bundesliga to play in another league. None of them at all. They are always flourishing wherever they found themselves. They are doing very, very, very well. So that shows that what Thomas Muller said is actually the truth and the right thing to do. They have to approach football as a business.
Coming back to our
own slogan, football is fitness and business. So they have to see it in form of business. Arsenal, I give it to them. Manchester United, I give it to them. So they know how to do that a lot. That doesn't mean I should be going 10 years, 15 years without winning a trophy. So that they won't think that they're having... No, I'm not giving them...
After you rub their hair, you still throw something to drag them back.
I'm consoling them. Season is starting again.
Oh my goodness. Well, we've been talking about La Liga, dragging PSG and also involving Manchester City. Well, from the way it is right now, they bought the 2 players they were eyeing from the La Liga, talking about Kylian Mbappe and Erling Haaland. And now they are talking about financial fair play breaching coming from La Liga there. Well, Tebas has been on it. Let's see what's going to happen concerning that from UEFA, who actually they want to be the arbiter here. We continue to watch this particular game playing out from the angle of La Liga, PSG, Manchester City, if they actually have breached this particular FFP rule. Well, we move away from La Liga. Let's quickly talk about 2 teams now, 2 stories before we go. Real Madrid hope to sign midfielder Jude Bellingham despite competition from Manchester United and Liverpool. Jude Bellingham has been a fantastic player for an Englishman moving to play in Germany, and he has been doing well right now. Real Madrid hope to sign him, but Manchester United, Liverpool, they don't mind. The amount placed on his head is £78 million. And Liverpool are saying, well, even though we acquire some players, we want to still go for this young man.
Okay, a very good one. Just like what we said earlier before this story, on Borussia Dortmund, they know how to do the business. It was bought from Bayern City last season for £50 million.
Can you imagine that?
£50 million last season. And he played this season for them. I think he scored 3 goals He made 8 assists in 32 games. And you can see how much they want.
They are coming for
they
him.
Are coming
now.
for him right now.
78 million.
78 million from 15 million or 15 million, yes, to 78 million. So it's a lot of money. So they know how to do this business. And it's also very strange before you can see an English player
moving out
to play, and you get that kind of attention from other teams. To me, it's going to Real Madrid is very, very minimal. They would prefer to go back home because they always have this.
Going back to England, the land of the Queen.
The land of the Queen. So that's it. So I think probably we may be going to either Manchester United or Liverpool. But the question is, where will it be the best team for him to go? The central midfielder, but he can play also from the right midfield or left. He can play, but it's better to play from the central midfield. Now, Pogba has gone. Juan Mata has gone. Manchester United, they need most. Someone like him to come to their team. And it's very young, just 18 years old. So that means going to Manchester United, he can develop his career. He can get to be played day in, day out. Unlike Liverpool, that they have more than enough people in that same position.
And if he goes there, you have to struggle a bit.
You have to struggle a bit, definitely. So I think Manchester United is the best option if I'm to advise for him
Bellingham to move to, rather than going to Real Madrid or Liverpool, because they kind of star-studded teams.
No, he shouldn't bother himself going to Real Madrid. It's even a good thing for him that Real Madrid are coming for him. So that shows that other clubs will look like, oh, for Madrid to be going for this player, that means he has something. They'll start making their research on him, or what has he done, how good is he, watching his game, and what have you. So they are marketing him. So it's a very good.
At least when Real Madrid comes for you, that shows that really you are very, very marketable.
Definitely, very, very marketable.
Okay, we've been talking about Jude Bellingham there. He plays for Borussia Dortmund, and from the way it is, Real Madrid, Liverpool, and also Manchester United are all in for this player, who really a very good player. Well, £78 million is the amount that Borussia Dortmund are looking at if anyone wants to buy that player. And that would be nice if he can move to join them. Now, we look at the fact that Arsenal, well, the Gunners right now are celebrating because their main man, they've been pursuing him quietly, and now they are able to get him. Vieira is now an Arsenal player, according to the news coming out that, well, Jorge Mendes has been able to finalize this deal for them. Portuguese midfielder Fabio Vieira joins Arsenal from Porto on a 5-year deal. That would be nice. Mikel Arteta is working.
Yeah, Arteta is working, and a very good sign. I hope he'll be able to manage him. That's the truth. I hope he'll be able to manage him. That
statement actually is getting me scared. The way you said it, I hope he'll be able to manage him.
Because that's the reality, that's the truth. Arteta still has a lot to do when it comes to managing stars or star-to-be or players. Sincerely. If not, I'll still say it. Aubameyang is supposed to still be in that team. Up to now. You learn how to manage him. I hope you'll be able to manage him also, because he's a good player, he's a fantastic player, he's a player that will add value to his team, their team, and he's coming with more of experience, maturity, unlike the small boys that they have. That once they are leading them 1-0 or 2-0, emotion will get the best out of them.
I just want the Arsenal fans will not just get sticks and come to the studio to come and find someone.
We are telling them, what we are saying here, we are analyzing the game and telling them the reality, the bitter truth. For them to play in Champions League in the next 4 years, they have to start it now.
And that's what they have gotten one now. So they should be able to manage him well.
They manage him well, get more, so that in the next 3 or 4 years, they'll get to that Champions League spot.
Good one there. If Arsenal should just do those things he just said, at least, who knows? Maybe they will be scooping that coveted trophy that they really need. Good one there on 360 Sport for this evening. It has been a wonderful time with Olawale Peters. Thank you for coming on the show.
It's a pleasure, Adeniyi, and let Arsenal fans know that we are just telling them the reality.
It's just reality. My goodness. That will be it on the show. 360 Sports on Trust TV. I am Adeniyi Ajishafe. Thanks for watching. Well,